The Isle of Evrima June news drop is here. Of course, everything that has been worked on in June and what the developers have rounded up for June is here, and I'm going to be talking about that. However, I do want to say there are some stuff that won't be in this video. These are some stuff regarding Update 6 and structures and level design, which will be in a video that's coming out on Friday, so stay tuned for that. We're also going to be talking about humans in that video as well, and some extra tidbits. Anyways, this video is a very big one, and there will be some stuff here that you will be excited for. So, timestamps for everything out on the screen now, and if you are new, feel free to subscribe if you want to be kept in the loop for everything dinosaur game related. Anyways, let's dive right into it. Let's firstly dive into the biggest part of this devlog, and that is all the chatter, rounding up all the chatter from every single developer that's commented in this development update, everything to do with Update 5. Now, before I get into it, there's something that isn't in this devlog that I do want to mention. Felipe said that there are some big bugs that they need fixing that are delaying this update, and to fix it, they need to talk with Epic Games. Now, a lot of you guys may be wondering, why Epic Games? What has Epic Games got to do with the Isle of Evrima? Well, it's simple. The Unreal Engine, the engine that the Isle is made on, is owned by Epic Games. So any bugs that need fixing, any big problems that are with the engine that are causing issues, the developers will have to go to Epic Games to get that sorted, and so of course it might delay things. But anyways, let's get into the update itself. Firstly, with Felipe, he confirmed there are now new additions to the skin system, and that is the ability to rename the skin preset slots, save and share patterns, as well as some improvements for the camera while in the skin selection and creation screen. Now let's talk about stuff from DMIV. They've spent the majority of the month working on the new game update, Update 5, and mainly picking up bugs from the stress test of Update 5. They added that the Nest widget has been changed and updated based on user feedback, aiming to make this less intrusive overall, essentially saying it now scales down with distance and fades out when nothing important is going on, but comes back when something important happens, and then if it's something that is prominent, like Nest invites, the temperature messing up and stuff like that. Hatchlings now automatically join the parents group, but they will be removed if it exceeds the pack limit once they hit juvenile stage. And DMIV also said that they have added the ability for single parenting to happen on the game as well. If a parent dies during the nesting process, the female or the adult that is left can pretty much tend to the young and keep the eggs warm if they are still there, which is always good. Now we have some meaty stuff from the Isle QA lead, which is Hypno. He's been speaking a lot about Update 5 as well, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to split this part into two segments. There will be a part that talks about new coming features in Update 5, then we're going to talk about the stuff that is in general for the progress of Update 5. Firstly, Hypno says that the playing experience will be smoother than previous iterations of the Isle of Evrima for the game's performance and mechanics. Working currently under higher loads is of utmost importance to the developers, so in theory, you might be able to play the game on a smoother playing field in that sense if there is higher intensity on the load that is coming through. They have also validated over 300 unique issues and bugs that have came about with Update 5 since stress testing has started. And sadly, for those who love the drinking exploits and the hidden drinking areas, they are now patched. So you're going to have to feel the might of Dinosaurus once again. Anyways, let's showcase some features that are coming into Update 5. So obviously we just talked about Update 5's progress. Now there are some new features that are coming into Update 5 that are not a lot of people have spoke about yet, because the developers didn't necessarily mention some of these that are in this list. Now of course there are some that we already know of from my video overviewing everything in Update 5. I recommend you check that video out if you have not. But of course, let's just brief on what we see that is new with this update. Firstly, nesting grounds give nests increased incubation speed, reduced temperature decay, mobility, increased nest health, and a growth speed boost to all hatchlings, which technically some stuff there I didn't know or didn't notice. The speed boost to hatchlings, the increased nest health I didn't know about. Knockdowns do not take as long as they did before, making them less of a death sentence across the board. Juvenile mobility has been improved. They accelerate faster than their adult counterparts, gradually slowing down to their regular acceleration rate. Tails now receive less damage when hit, which is really cool, localized damage in that sense. Carnotaurus is now more susceptible to bleed. Dinosuchus receives the S nutrient from cannibalizing instead of sharing the same nutrient with fish. More incentive to cannibalize as a Dinosuchus, which I know some people don't like at all. Dinosuchus can regenerate its oxygen faster by resting and scenting. Dryosaurus dodge has had its cost removed and controls reworked. Just tap A and D to determine dodge direction. And there's been various changes to diets, and Eviraptor has a damage buff. Of course, there's so much more, which will probably be released with the update itself in a full changelog, which I'll talk about when the update itself is released with a full update overview. Second to last, I wanted to talk about Troodon, because Troodon has had some big talk in this dev blog, especially from Wedge himself or herself, I'm not too sure, who is the sound designer for the game. Wedge says that they have been making gradual progress on the Troodon sounds. With each mechanic, they add more sounds that are necessary to be made for the dinosaur, as well as the fact that the list of supplementary sound that goes with the creature has been growing massively. Some talk about the sounds for Troodon mention this. Its attack vocals will contrast its colourful signature sound, using gnarly aggressive sounds, starting with a sharp fearsome snap, which is really cool. The usual vocal sounds are more colourful, with chirps and other similar sounds that we have heard before in previous showcases, namely in the camera observation for Troodon that was recently released. The unique ability for Troodon will mix both of these sound styles as well, which is pretty cool. That's the main stuff regarding Troodon. Definitely interesting to talk about. Well, let's talk about something that you all would like to hear. Upcoming and new dinosaur news. Okay, this is gonna be a smaller section than Troodon probably, but I want to talk about some stuff that was said in Kiss and Kitten's closing notes, which you will be very excited for. This is in reference to non-update bound releases, which are dinosaurs that are not listed on the Trello board, like Baryonyx, Herrerasaurus, and stuff like that. Kiss and Kitten said this: with the general framework and foundations set for the animals once the Gore update launches, update 6, we can move production away from heavy-hitting mechanics for the animals and focus on bringing new playables to the game, which may have some unique features and abilities but would not cause huge roster-wide changes. Kiss and Kitten goes on to say that some of the new additions could be Dilophosaurus, Ceratosaurus, Gallimimus, and Herrerasaurus, as well as a few new creatures we'll be getting after those, which will include Diabloceratops, Dilophosaurus, Baryonyx, Oviraptor, Ostroraptor, and a whole bunch more. Yes, dinosaurs like Diabloceratops and Baryonyx will be coming back to Evrima sooner than we thought. These are dinosaurs that are not even in the Trello board, which maybe they could come to the Trello board sooner in the future, which will always be nice to see. Do remember, however, this is update 6. This is after update 6, and update 6 will probably not be coming this year, so you'll probably be waiting another year and a half at the least for some of these dinosaurs to come to the game, or maybe just a year in general. We could be starting to see these rolled out during July next year, depending on how well update 6 goes, or depending on how fast they release new dinosaurs. But yeah, I did want to mention that because it's really nice to talk about. We finally have some news and talk about new dinosaurs and when we could expect to see them. And of course, that's everything in this video so far. Now, of course, I'll be talking about on Friday some new features about this devlog, namely humans, update 6, level design, and so much more, which will be coming out on a video on Friday, which I cannot wait to show you all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, what you think about this news so far. Of course, I would definitely recommend, if you are new, to subscribe to be kept in the loop for everything dinosaur game related, not just the Isle, but other games, so you are in the loop with all the news for dinosaur games. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.